Thanks for watching, and always be gaming. 420 Channels production.
Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm your head host, Samurai Joe here, and I'm playing the up-and-coming Week 6 matchup between the New York Giants versus the Denver Broncos. Alright, here we go. I'm out here in Denver, so I am a Denver Broncos fan, of course, you guys. So let me guys know what your guys' favorite team is in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm so sorry. I am super under the weather. I have like the cold or something that it's been going around and stuff like that, and I feel horrible at the moment, so I'm so sorry, you guys. I feel like I'm not bringing you guys the best stream as possible, but here we go. I'm trying. I'm gonna let the announcers kind of take it away most of the time, but here we go. This is the up-and-coming preview matchup. Do you guys think the game's actually going to turn out like this? This is Sunday Night Football.
You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports.
Prime time? No, it's not prime time. It's like at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. Look at this. Let's see if the Broncos will be able to do it. We got to keep to 20 to 30 passes, and then no interceptions. If we get an interception, that's going to be our downfall. Here we go. Thanks so much for tuning in. Don't forget to smash that like button and hit that subscribe button, but mainly comment down below. Thanks so much for tuning in. Enjoy the game.
And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they come in pretty desperate here for a win as they've started the year 0-5.
And it seems way too early to start talking about hot seats. But guess what? When a team is 0-5, people start wondering about their jobs.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
I think all of Eli's options are either injured or out of the game, so for wide receivers, so they're just gonna pound the ground game, I think.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
They'll run again with Vereen. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Shotgun now for Manning. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Oh, he did it again. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 3rd-year QB out of Northwestern, Trevor Siemian.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on.
Pass interference, defense.
So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Following the penalty, Anderson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. On 2nd down, Anderson. Room here to run. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in 3rd and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in 3rd and manageable. They've got a chance at a 1st down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On 1st and 10, Simeon. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. And let's look quickly here at the Denver offense.
A team that was consistently in the top 5 just a few seasons ago. They finished 27th overall in offense in 2016. A combination of uncertain line play and inconsistent quarterbacking, I think, led to that ranking.
Second and 10, Simeon again. That's caught. It's Thomas. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 24 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Here's Simeon. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Oh my
Demarius
goodness,
Thomas, the
that's some
intended receiver.
BS
That'll
right
bring up
there.
2nd down. And the defense for New York.
The Giants' tradition of playing really good defense took a jump up in 2016. I think it was a surprise to most in the organization. They were number 3 against the run. Free agents Olivier Vernon and Damon Harrison helped there. But in the secondary, they really made a big leap. Janoris Jenkins was excellent at the corner, and Landon Collins got some mention as defensive MVP of the league playing safety.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Simeon throwing again. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Demarius Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Picking up where they left off before the open week that they had last week as they won going into that. And no signs of being stale.
No, and that's really big for them because there's a trust factor that goes into this. Because what often happens, if you win the game before your open week, you usually get more time off. But if you win the game before the open week, get more time off, and don't play well the next time out, that goes away. So they're making a statement that they like that time off.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
first down. Here's a handoff to Vereen. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. They stick on the ground. Again, it's Vereen. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. They'll run here with Vereen. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Here's Brad Wing now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 18. A strong running. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So the Broncos coming out now. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
They run it again with Anderson. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
A shotgun snap for Simeon. And Fowler's got it. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Benny Fowler, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Now McManus for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Brandon Marshall with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Here's Brad Wing now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 30. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. Now it's the Chiefs' all-time leading rusher. It's Jamal Charles on the carry. Jamal Charles, nobody in front, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Jamal Charles, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Broncos will add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper. into the end zone for the touchdown. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. We get a look at Sterling Shepard as he and the rest of the offense march out into place. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. Now a play fake here on first down. Derek Wolfe in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run. It's Vereen. And an alley to run. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided, too.
I think you're right, partner. The Giants on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Domata Peko with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. On play action, it's Manning. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Von Miller in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. 3rd and long for the Giants, and Eli following the sack. Here's Vereen, and he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
The punter wing is on as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 36. He won't go down. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we'll see if I can get through this without being skipped as we welcome you to our EA Sports halftime report. The Broncos are happy to be sitting in the locker room with the lead. The Giants won't panic either. They know they just need to take it one play at a time. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Late in the first quarter, Simeon's gonna find his mark, and he capped off the long drive with a touchdown. They strike first in the half. Now to early in the second. Fowler's wide open, able to make the grab. And nobody can stop him on this long touchdown. Broncos up by 2 touchdowns. Now first and 10, Charles gonna duck out to the left, and he'll go for the score as they go up here at 21-0. Giants take over late in the second. Miller's gonna push his way to the QB here. This will go for a loss of 8. That'll do it from our EA Sports Studios. Let's get back to Denver with Brandon and Charles.